That's a pretty sight. All right, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Jack and I are going to do one cast today, April 30th, Tuesday. And we're still got floodgates. The guides that are fishing up here said that they have seen shad in the water. Fish have been spitting up shad, and they're catching them on white jigs. So my plan is to fish a white jig for a little bit, but I am going to drift a scud down below Lookout. Steve Dickey said he caught them on scuds from the dam down to Fall Creek this morning, really good. So Table Rock is still rising. I understand the James River is not crested. And somebody said the Kings River has crested. Those are two big rivers that flow into Table Rock that were out of their banks. Just past Tony, he did one cast with me yesterday. He said they just catching a lot of fish on white jigs. And I've got fish on the first cast. Excuse me. So when I went down to my office this morning, I saw that, yeah, look at that belly. He's got some shad in his belly. I saw the YouTube video that I started uploading last night got stalled, so that's the reason why. I think it's up now, but it's a long one. It took a long time to upload, and I guess it stalled sometime last night. So kind of the same thing. I'm giving the jig a little bit of action, but I'm keeping it down close to the bottom. Just kind of jiggling it a little bit. Make it look alive. So I think they're going to run this probably in, I said yesterday, Thursday. I think that still might be right. It could be Friday. Yesterday we didn't catch any small fish. Now he just spit up I think he just spit up a little piece of a shad. The other thing is I don't know how many fish we caught yesterday, and I didn't change the number. So I've got to do that. Oh, I just missed one. When I passed Tony, he was a trophy run and he was landing a fish, so he said they've been catching them on white jigs all the way down the lookout. That was bottom. I'm using a 4-pound line, Trilene XL, and I've just got a 6'6" Lilleys rod, medium action. I got bottom. That was a fish. Still got the same ratio in here. Yesterday's one cast, they're running over 9,000 CFS over the top, the spillways, and a little over 6,000 through 2 turbines. They might have a couple of turbines down for maintenance, maybe. I don't know, it's a guess. But normally they would run 15,000 CFS when Table Rock gets up around above 917 this time of year. And that's what they're doing, but they're doing it with spillways instead of 4 turbines. Bottom. mean, it's not like it's crazy good, but if these fish were seeing a lot of shad, they'd really be hitting a lot better than they are. But they're hitting. Can't complain. Oh, that was not a bad fish. Just came off. It's the first little bit of moss I've gotten on a jig. Yesterday I didn't get any moss on a jig. Bottom's pretty clean. I suspect drifting a scud below Fall Creek is going to be pretty good for a while too, with this much water running. It's the last cast on the white jig. I'm going to go ahead and go to a scud here in a second. All right, let's go to a scud. Using a number 12 hook, Peppy Scud Gray. I'm using an 1/8 ounce bell weight on the bottom, and then I've got a scud tied on a dropper. The wind's supposed to be out of the southeast the next couple of days. That means the wind's going to be blowing us upstream up here at the dam, kind of holding us up a little bit, which I'm starting to feel that. Just have to be mindful of the boat slowing down if you're drifting something on the bottom like this. There's the bottom. Trying to get away from you. Guys are working this area pretty hard. Ah, that was a fish. That's misty. How you doing?
Good. Any luck today?
I've got a couple.
Couple?
Yeah.
I bet it was better yesterday.
Not really.
No?
I mean, it was pretty good last night, but I've heard it's been pretty good this morning.
I was here one time when they first opened all the floodgates. It was just crazy for the first day.
Yeah, well, it should be good for a while. Get out here in the middle. Kind of the way it was last night, you know, just catching fish, but not one after another. Pretty rainbow. There wasn't hardly any boats coming up here. They're all up here close to the dam. Here's Steve, round two. Here's one. We didn't catch anything this small last night. They were all nice fish. Whoop. Oh, boy, he was munching on it. Another one. I usually don't get short strikes with fishing a scud. I actually think I have, my weight's a little light for this water. Should have a 3/8, no, a 3/16 weight on stud. Tell you what, there's a couple other things I wanted to try. So I'm gonna switch up. And we're gonna go down a little ways. Okay, I'm pulled up here to look at island. I'm gonna throw this jig out here in the slower water. Robbie Dobson out there and client with a fish on. So this can be really good. These fish will get in to these eddies and just kind of pick off the shad as they float by. The only problem is there's still a lot of junk in the water here. Some leaves and debris. Still fighting that fish. So I just wanted to see if they're, yeah, they landed it. It's a nice fish. Just wanted to see if they're here. If they're not, I'm gonna move on. It doesn't appear to be working. That's kind of pointed there. I'm just going to throw out here on the end of the island just to see if anything's interested. The other thing I'll try eventually is I'll work this bluff bank, but not this morning. Not sure who that was. Okay, I'm gonna drift a scud. We're gonna drift a scud down through here. Water's really fast coming through this. This chute right here, and then it slows down once it opens up a little bit. So sometimes it's kind of hard. I'm feeling the bottom though, to get something to the bottom. Oh, that was a fish. Just want to make sure I still got a fly. Yep. Oh, here we go. Pretty fish. It's pretty rainbow. Very healthy. Kind of what I thought. It's going to be good. Good scud bite down through here. Water's not as fast. It's easier to drift than up there below the dam. And the scud bite really ought to be good for as long as they're running this water as heavy as they are. Well, I'm a little disappointed in the scud bite on this drift. I caught one up there at the top, and I had one bite since. I'm not real confident in my rig. And the other thing you can do, of course, is add a second fly. A lot of guys will add an egg fly. I know Brett Rader said yesterday that he was catching more fish on an egg than he was a scud. So, egg fly. But I just think it's going to get better and better as this water continues to flow. And like I said, I really think if you're gonna fish this week, you need to try this scud below Fall Creek. I'm not gonna have time to do it today, but I will. But I'm gonna have to call it quits and go in. So thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.